Okay, topic 3. I gotta get on. Final thoughts on the library levy. Is there anything more to say about this? Will it pass? Will it not? You know what I want is, everybody's already made up their mind. There's nothing to say, but I guess the question that I'm most interested in is, do we think it's going to pass and what's next? Because we can debate this thing forever, but this is one of those where people had their mind made up 9 months ago. This vote was already taken in November. We know that Ashland is predominantly in favor of it. We know that most of Jackson County isn't. The only thing we wonder about is, now that the libraries are actually closed, did it change anything? Will the vote be different?
I think it was a political strategic move to actually push it to the point where the libraries will close.
You were saying it would never close in the first place. You were saying, here's the move.
I was saying that because I believed then, as I still believe now, that it was a political strategic move to push it to push the voters to the edge, to see how far we can.
How many people lost their jobs? I mean, are right now unemployed? Was it 80? Is that what I heard? 80 people right now unemployed? I'm sure they're
That's how politics is played.
But I'm sure they are loving the American political system that has basically thrown them out on their ear, if that's the case.
I'm sure the thousands of folks that we're killing overseas are loving the American political system too.
There's no one
who can't compare.
No one schemed this up as a ploy to.
No one schemed this up as a ploy.
You're saying they don't have the money, and if this thing passes, we don't know.
Well, let me ask you this: here, if we have,
do you think if the vote fails, do they reopen the libraries?
Yes. Absolutely.
Write it down.
Absolutely.
I'm writing it down.
Absolutely.
I want
Those libraries will not stay. Wait a minute. Do you think that they built that Taj Mahal in Medford and they built that beautiful mini Taj Mahal down here in Ashland with millions of taxpayer dollars simply to close it down,
yes,
lock, stock, and barrel, move the books out, and do something else with that building?
They're not thinking of the future. They're thinking, hey, we got the money.
No way.
Boom, do it.
No way.
If we don't do it now.
Yeah. We've seen a lot.
I disagree.
We have seen a lot of this kind of dual budgeting. Capital expenses versus operational expenses. We've seen it over at SOU. We've seen it here in the libraries.
How much is it going to cost to reopen the library? How much do they want from us?
Well, I don't know.
How much more do they want?
You
from
threw
us?
out a number that everyone yelled
Come on,
at.
66.
What is whatever. Yeah, 66 cents per thousand on the house. Yeah,
whatever it is.
I don't know.
In other words, several $100s a year from every individual in the county.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we don't give it to them, what are they going to do? Keep our libraries closed? We do not need government to open our libraries. If we have enough people that want the libraries open, if we have enough people that want the libraries open, we can do it ourselves.
No, it will not pass.
You don't think it's going to pass?
No.
Do you think it's going to pass?
No, absolutely.
You know what? I think it may not even pass in Ashland once we count the votes.
You don't think?
It'll pass in Ashland.
Let's see.
It'll pass in Ashland.
You think that support for it has actually gone down?
I've been saying for years that the demographics of Ashland are shifting, and this will be another sign.
You know what? It's directly
in November
proportional.
we talked about we couldn't envision this community not having its libraries open. It's now here.
No, that's not true.
They're closed.
That is not true.
They are closed.
The Hannon Library is still open.
The
school libraries are still open.
I can't use the school library.
Yes, you can.
Unless I go in and have my daughter, hey, go get me a book.
I'm sorry. Public schools? Public? The key word public? You cannot use their libraries?
$35 user fee at SOU.
You let a public school library tell me it is not open to the public. I would
that.
love for someone to tell me that. Let the Hannon Library say we're not open to the public.
Does not have
$35
the spaceship books that I need.
Yeah, they don't have the comic books. I mean, there's a whole different thing. The point is, okay, if it fails, what's next? What's next? You say they're going to open.
They find a way to reopen the library.
Do you give him any
They
credibility
find a way
this?
to reopen the library.
He's wrong, and then he's wrong, and then
it's
again,
just really
and again,
wrong.
and again.
It's just wrong.
Okay.
Call the Four Widows.
And when
I'm
right.
What do we do with the library?
What are you guys going to do?
We wrote it down.
Move on to another subject.
I will bring it up. We'll bring it up right here, and we'll say, "Wow, they opened back up."
I'll buy you a burrito.
Burrito. You heard that. You get
a burrito.
I get a burrito right here on the set.
How about City of Ashland? City of Ashland, will they open their own library?
No.
Oh, absolutely.
So they're going to go without?
This public...
No way in heck.
Here's the thing. The public libraries are not going to stay closed.
This has got to be, of all the segments we've done now,
this is permanent.
This is the most idiotic we've looked since maybe the Randy Dollinger endorsement.
Why do you say it's idiotic?
Right
because
now,
we don't agree with you. Or
no,
he agrees with you.
Just this nonsense that we're talking about. This is a serious issue. This is a serious library issue. Whether it's going to pass or fail.
Right.
And there's real life things going on here.
They
Our
need a
community
50%
is
turnout.
impacted.
They need a 50% turnout, right?
They're not going to get it.
That's the first key, that's the first hurdle. They need a 50% turnout. Now they've got to overcome.
Okay, so let's take a serious thing for the last minute we have and say, for a minute, there's no great grand scheme and nobody was inside. This isn't an inside job. They put together a different, funding source. That funding source is going to fail. What happens? How do we get the libraries back open?
The community will find a way to open it because government is stagnant.
The community is going to vote this thing down and then... Wow.